Though I don't recommend you be dedicated that much, venture out and try different protective styles that really help with wig sliding. Hey tribe, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Andree Marie. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Hi. And my video today is talking about why I think that extensions are ruining your hair. As you guys know, I like to share tips, tricks and showcase what I do in the salon. I am starting to do a lot more of these hair tip videos because I think that they bring awareness to some of the issues that we are having in the salon that we talk about, but unfortunately it's not reaching the masses. So I urge you to watch this video if you want to know more. If you wear extensions, if you wear wigs, if you wear weaves, wigs and rows, specifically clip-in extensions, tape extensions, LA weave, all of the things that I do, but I still want to give information about why excessive use of those things can seriously damage your hair. I've seen it tens and hundreds of thousands of times. I'm sure many other hairdressers can back me on this. I'm sure many of you clients can back me on this because I know a lot of you have experienced it. So I want you to give me some feedback on how you recovered from it. I want you to give me some feedback if you can on anything that I mentioned today. So dive into the video, let's go. So of course my disclaimer is excessive anything is really not good for your hair. Excessive straightening, excessive smoothing treatments, excessive relaxing, i.e. relaxing every 3 weeks, relaxing your hair every 3 weeks, i.e. doing just things excessively to your hair is never good. So that's the point of this video. I'm not targeting people with extensions because I don't like extensions. I've just seen a drastic decline in the hair health when it comes to extensions, specifically post pando, where I've seen a lot of people's hair thrive because they haven't had access to getting their hair weaves and the hair in the hairstyles they will be maintaining should they have been in the salon. So that's what really kind of triggered this video. I also want to note here that a lot of the celebrity people that you look up to or that you love their extensions have really damaged hair or really short hair from doing some of the things I'm going to mention. And I'm not going to mention any celebrities, I'm just going to put it out there. Excessive extensions is a big no bueno. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to give you information that I feel will help you, but again, like I said, this is the very big important word to you that I'm using in this video is excessive. I'm not saying that it's bad for you to do it at all, but I'm saying excessive. So my number one is excessive leave out will ruin your leave out, and this is probably the most popular one. A lot of people are very dedicated to their leave out, and when I say they're dedicated to their leave out, they're very dedicated to the fact that they want a middle part, the same amount of hair left out every single time. And you will start to notice if your hair falls on your collarbone and you have quite a long leave out at the beginning of your first weave, you will see it drastically shorten as time goes on. And that's what I mean. But a lot of the time I'm dealing with people who have done it so much and have had hairdressers tell them, don't do it, stop doing it, we need to look at alternative hairstyles, and they've kind of jumped into another hairdresser's chair because they know they're kind of nearing a point where the previous hairdressers had enough and will stop them from doing it, because it hurts our soul to see your hair heavily declining and knowing that we've actually, you know, been a part of that breakage, because let's face it, we are. So that is like the number one thing that breaks your hair. So I have seen women go from having a small leave out to having a very wide leave out because the hair has broken so much, and now we're covering the hair with like this much hair and it just doesn't look great. Don't even get me started on people who bond their hair. Like, that's like the fastest way to break your hair. I highly don't recommend bonding in any shape, way or form. I only recommend bonding if you are doing a quick one-day hairstyle, or you have to do like a switch for a photo shoot or something of the sort. But even then, I prefer to use a clip-on, depending on how long the client's hair is. But I cannot express to you how much damage a leave out does to your hair. So rather than deliver really bad news, I always like to flip it around and give you tips that could help you moving forward. Change your leave out. Stop being so dedicated to having the perfect middle part, the perfect side part. My face looks weird without, like, change your leave out after every weave if you're dedicated to it. Though I don't recommend you be dedicated that much to a parting or a hairstyle that could potentially damage your hair. Now, I have seen people's hair thrive with weave with leave outs, but they are following what I would call advice. They are not married, or they're not in bondage with the perfect, them looking a certain way. A lot of the people that I've seen thrive, and this is from like 5 years experience, I have seen people thrive when they've had a deep side part, then the next weave they've had a right deep side part, then the next time they've had a middle part, and then the next time they wear a wig for 6 weeks, and then they start the process again. Their weaves are not left on for more than 4 to 5 weeks. They do their treatments and they wash regularly, and quite frankly, they're not married to this whole idea of my hair has to be like this. And even in that mix, sometimes they might wear a closure just to give their whole hair a break if they don't do the wig in between. So you have to be open to wearing your hair in different ways. You have to be open to being flexible, and just, you know, just being understanding in what your hair can and won't do. So my second one is rose, LA weave, tape with extensions, single fusion knots, whatever is out there. And I'm gonna put pictures on the video. It's too much. Doing it back to back to back to back is like a fast route way to ruin your hair. I have seen what excessive LA weave rose can do. Again, I always say to my clients, like, let this be a style that you're doing for a holiday, for your birthday. Like, it can't be a lifestyle, especially like rose and all of that stuff. It can't be a lifestyle. I know that there are some of the ones that I've mentioned that are better for your hair, but again, just the whole leave out situation is just not great. I don't really care what is out there, what new invention has been made. I know one thing, that's a fact. Leaving your hair out and having extensions in between will one day break your hair if you're doing it back to back. Do it back to back for 6 months, do it back to back for a year, depending on how weak, strong your hair is. It all has the same result. One of the top 2 protective styles that I prefer are wigs. I will include frontals in there as well, but I'm specifically talking about closure wigs. I think they are fantastic. I think they are one of the many ways that you can switch up your look. I think there's no limit to how many wigs you can have, and also there are other ways that you can wear a wig safely, preserve your edges and not break your hair because it's too tight, or etc, etc. I have worn wigs for years back to back and haven't experienced thinning on my hairline just because of these measures that I've taken, which are, and I will also put them down below on the side of the screen, making sure that I put silk on the inside of my wig so that it doesn't rub away my edges. And also, I know that there's these wonderful bands, resistant bands that have been invented that really help with wig sliding, but I have also sort of made a cushion for the hair. And also one of the ways that you can preserve your edges when wearing a wig is making sure that your hair underneath is not plaited too tight. I always try to go for cane rows that are not too tight, switching up your cane rows and also flat twist, and if you can, just wearing your hair in a low bun or some little doody plaits underneath the wig. Nothing is more important than your hair. Where one day you may decide to wear your hair out and you don't want to be restricted. You don't want to have to deal with a problem that you need to fix because you've been wearing your hair away so much that, not that there's not any going back, but it's so much work to get it out of that, which means that you're going to avoid it even more. You guys are going to hate me for this one. The best advice I've got for them all is wear your hair out from time to time. Wear your hair out. I'm a big advocate for telling you, if you've been to see me, you know I always say this to everyone. I always warn people. I always tell them our relationship is going to be a little bit like this. If we're going to just keep going down the extensions route, I want you guys to fall in love with your hair in whatever state it is, whether it be natural, relaxed. I want you guys to fall in love with how it is. Come to the realization that your hair is beautiful. It is yours to take care of. You don't want to make any regret. You don't want to have any regrets later down the line. So please enjoy your hair in all its glory. Make sure that you look after your hair the way you look after your skin, the way you look after everything else on your body. I feel like hair is one of the most neglected parts of the hair. We seem to think that all of these theories and theses about our hair and urban legends about our hair are all true when they don't, when it belongs on the same body you want to take care of. So I really want to be an advocate for our hair, for our scalp. Please guys, really look after your hair. Learn to love your hair in its natural state if you can, and learn to make decisions that are for the best interests of your hair. And I'm no trichologist, I'm just a person who loves hair, and I really want to infuse that you guys look after it, because it is also a part of your body and we must take care of it like we do everything else. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope that this video has helped, and please leave down your comments below and let me know what your thoughts are on this. I will do a treatments video where I talk about some of the best treatments I have found to help hair that is in need of a deep rescue, and I will talk about that on another video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Peace.